Hi there, I'm Alex Wilson. I'm a solutions architect at Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, and today I'd like to talk to you about our SimpliVity hyper-converged technology and how we deliver always-on capacity efficiency, but how we also see that as a performance benefit within that environment as well. So our SimpliVity technology has been designed with capacity efficiency built in from the start. It's not a technology that's been added on later, retrofitted. It's actually built deep into the platform. So we use it right the way throughout the entire data lifecycle. So here we have our SimpliVity node. When we put our virtual machines on there and we write our data, we see those blocks of data coming in. Now those are automatically going to go through our dedupe and compression engine, and any savings we can make, we will do that. So if we've already seen some of that data, if we've got some common operating system data, application data, we don't need to write that. So we may only see a fewer number of writes coming down and actually sitting on those drives underneath. So of course we get the capacity benefit by not writing as much data down here. But for us, that's also a performance benefit. So instead of having to write all of these blocks of data, we're only writing the ones that we actually need to down here. That means there's actually more performance available to run those virtual machines, to run your workload. In most other systems, dedupe and compression are available as options, but they're something that need to be enabled, and you need to determine whether the most important thing to you is performance or capacity efficiency. If you enable the capacity efficiency, you actually take a drop in performance. Here within our environment, we don't need to make that choice. We get the best performance by using this capacity efficiency technology. So we get the capacity efficiency that we need, but we also see a performance benefit as there's less work being undertaken. More work is available to actually run those virtual machines. And that applies throughout the entire life cycle of that virtual machine and every single operation that we perform. So if we take a backup of that virtual machine, again, we're using this efficiency technology automatically. We're not going to write any blocks of data we already have. We're only going to store the changes that are made between those different backup points in time. If we need to recover that data for any reason, again, we're only recovering to the most recent view of that data. We don't need to read lots of blocks of data. We just need to restore that virtual machine pointer, bring it back online, and it's ready to go. So taking a backup or performing a recovery happens near instantly within our environment. We can also use that same technology to send that data to another location within our SimpliVity Federation, our single management zone. And that will automatically be done with that data efficiency. So we will only send the unique blocks of data needed down here as well. There's no need for additional technology to try and make that data as small as possible to use that limited amount of bandwidth. It's already in its most efficient form. We also use that efficiency technology when we perform operations like a clone. So if we clone a virtual machine, we don't need to read any of this data. We know we've already got that data. We just create a new virtual machine pointer or connect it up to either vCenter or System Center Virtual Machine Manager, and it's ready to go. So that clone happens within a few seconds. We also have the ability to efficiently move data between these different sites. So if we've recovered our virtual machine down here in the event of a disaster recovery, it's been running for a while, we have the ability to move that virtual machine back up here and again, only send those changes that have occurred. So being very efficient in terms of the amount of data that we need to transmit. We don't need to send the entire virtual machine. I hope that's been useful and informative. If you'd like any more information on our SimpliVity hyper-converged technologies, please visit www.hpe.com/SimpliVity. Thank you.